50 Ways I Screwed Up My Life. Chapter 23, Happy. I have often felt bad in my life. I hated bad weather, so if there was a hard wind or rain, I became irritable. If I was disappointed by the food in a restaurant, I became sour. You go to a restaurant, pay good money, and then you're served this rubbish. When I read the paper, I became angry at all the misery I found there. Greedy businessmen, corrupt leaders, fathers who rape their daughters, and a literary prize for the next snobbish author. Has everybody gone crazy? My work never fully satisfied me. I was in the wrong place and had to walk on my toes or crawl. I almost always had problems with whoever was my boss. I hated getting up early, going to the office and being nice to my colleagues. And my relationship wasn't such a great success either. Why did he have to do that? And why didn't he do that? I was not at all satisfied with my life. I had painful periods of worrying about this. These periods grew longer and I sunk ever deeper. I stayed in bed, I fell asleep during the day on the sofa, and I didn't answer the telephone. I had accepted life as senseless and depressing. All my favorite authors told me I was right. Being happy was watching for just 30 seconds a year the sun sinking into the sea, sitting on a tropical beach. I could have carried on like this forever, or at least until my death. But somewhere in this black pit of misery, something began to vibrate inside me. Something happened around my 40th birthday. I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't want to be so unhappy anymore and went on a search. I decided to read other books. No more contemporary literature, but books about philosophy, psychology and religion. Many of these books, some more than others, said much the same thing, albeit in different ways. Being happy has almost nothing to do with things around you and almost everything to do with things inside you. Happiness is not the absence of problems, you can wait a long time for that, but being happy despite your problems. It's not about the world, but about your attitude to that world. You can be ungrateful because so many things go wrong, or be grateful for the many good things. You can try to concentrate on the positive things in the world, in others and in yourself, instead of on the negative. You can choose for egotism, short-term pleasure and shame, or for a wise, sensible and mature life. If you cannot see all the good and beautiful things now, you won't see them in the future, no matter how much money, love, success and fame you achieve. It's all about the way you look at things. It almost seems as if you have to be happy in order to become happy. If you are not happy now, you will be never happy. What an astonishing thought. So I really don't need to feel miserable anymore? Could there really be an end to that never-ending feeling of misery and depression? Happiness is something you choose to have or choose not to have. If you don't choose, you choose the way you always looked at things.